A lot of people really don't like Final Fantasy II. Understandably. Well, there's a lot of reasons as to why people hate Final Fantasy II. One of them was the keyword system. One of the main criticisms being that the keyword system is too confusing. It takes too long to try every keyword, and doesn't discard words when using them. Now, there were some good things about it, like how it helped others to pay attention to the story. After all, my story does have a lot of interactivity, as interactivity has always been the easiest way for me to focus on story. But with the criticisms out of the way, when finding out about the keyword system, I thought it could be so much more. There's a lot of hidden potential with it. Like, imagine the possibilities with this thing. So, I'm gonna talk about how I fixed the Final Fantasy II keyword system. Even though some people like it. One of the main criticisms is the fact that Final Fantasy's keyword system is too confusing. A lot of people don't like the fact that you have to use a specific keyword to progress the story. So they felt the need to check a lot of keywords. Keep in mind, when you get a keyword wrong, it's just gonna be a simple question mark. Of course, there is some people who debate this though.
It's not like it takes a long time to find the right word either. If you choose the wrong word, it's not like it sends you into a cutscene with full dialogue. It's just one box, one question mark. Well, okay then, let's move on. I never spent more than even 10 seconds trying to see if I had a word that worked with someone or not. But just to prove my point, here's me at the very end of the game, just before the last dungeon, trying every single word I've learned throughout my journey with the princess. Every single word combined took a little over 20 seconds. It doesn't take that long. It definitely adds up over time if you try every single word with every single NPC, which I doubt much of anyone did on their playthrough of the game.
My plan to fix this is to add hints. In Final Fantasy II, you would get a simple question mark whenever you use the wrong keyword. So my way to fix this is, let's say you can choose a keyword to ask people what you could possibly use it on. They might say it sounds familiar to a password, or maybe it's a magic word that activates something, or they might say it sounds like someone they know. This information should help you specifically know what keyword to use in order to progress the story. Okay, tell me if I'm missing anything else, but the last criticism I've heard is if you used a keyword that's not needed anymore, it wouldn't even disappear. This is something I also want to fix in my game. Okay, as I said before, I love the idea of the keyword system and thought it could be used in very interesting ways. One of my ideas was to make the player feel like a detective. If you follow up on my itch.io devlogs, you'll know that I want to use this for the dominated system. I've also talked about this on my devlog 4 video, but basically, you'll know that I want to use the keyword system to find where someone could be. How would I find my dominator? See, that dominator was the one that found you, not you that found him. So, that's a very good question to ask. My idea is to use the keyword system. If you guys don't know, it was from Final Fantasy II. The reason I'm having it is because I feel like I can make more interesting dialogue with characters. A huge problem with RPGs is that talking to NPCs is so boring. I've talked about it before, but I do think this can help make interactions actually matter instead of just basic stuff that nobody cares about. Now, what does this have to do with finding a dominator? Well, let me give an example. That dominator may say his name. That name will be added as a keyword, so you can go around asking NPCs about their name, and they might help lead you to that dominator. It's a very detective style. Especially since I don't want a minimap to tell you where to find them, I think it would be more interesting and way more fun to use something like this. Not just for the dominator, but maybe even the main characters in the story. I've even had thoughts about adding a day and night cycle. Not only could you ask where someone could be, you could also ask what time they would be at that place. Different NPCs could give different information on that character's time of day. I was also inspired by Chants of Sennaar. It inspired me to make something similar to that. Perhaps a group of people could speak another language, and then you could learn this language by adding their words as keywords. Perhaps get some help from bilingual NPCs, or, like Chants of Sennaar, you can learn these from the environment. Perhaps there could be a shop with a translation for items, which would help you learn. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and please, by all means, go to the description and click the links below to play Fate's Gamble, or hey, check out my itch.io devlog. You will get daily updates. See ya. Okay, so I was gonna end it right there, but I wanted to talk about one little thing. In my story, there's a special stone, and it's very important to the story. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but it's a very, very special stone, and it has a very big impact on the story, and it requires a keyword to activate it, and it's a very powerful stone. Remember when I said keywords could be a magic word that activates something? Well, this is one of those special cases. I won't talk too much about it, but it has a very big impact on the story, and that's all I wanted to say.